To wrap one wonton, it should take us about 4 to 5 seconds.就是2个蒸圆推1个文汤水饺汤啦，得冇問題。OK 好。呢個圓推牛腩麵給我煮啊
Everybody looks at me, they feel like you're always in a rush. Like, where are you rushing to? Never thought I would open a wonton noodle shop. She was the reason why I wanted to open the shop. When she left, she kind of like showed me the way.
So this is our soup ingredients that we have to put in every morning. Some rock sugar in it. We have a bag of dry shrimp inside with some other secret ingredients that we put in that's already in there. Once it boils up, we turn it off, and then we turn this on. This is where the soup goes.
It all started when Mom was sick. Before she got sick, she learned this whole art of making wonton.
I pre-measure all of the secret ingredients.
And I remember her coming home one day and her telling me, hey, me and your dad are gonna open up a wonton shop.
Siri, set timer for 3 minutes.
And then a couple of months later, Mom went for a checkup and they found a lump on her breast. After they did the surgery and they took out the lump, that's when we found out that she was already at 3C, stage 3C. And I remember just sitting there and like, how am I gonna tell her this? The doctor we were seeing, you know, I was like always translating because Mom, you know, English wasn't that good. So it was really emotional, you know, telling your mom that, you know, you have cancer and it's like, you know, really aggressive and it's like stage 3 already. Like, now what do we do? Growing up with Mom, we're very close. She has a very strong will and just strong overall. She was just like, stop looking at me as if I'm a patient. I can still cook. I'm still gonna clean the house. You don't have to do this for me. You don't have to drive me around. I can drive. The meds drew her literally like psychotic. And I remember my mom was in the house, in her bed, hiding under the covers. I remember her saying to me, I'm in a hole and I can't get out. And I'm sitting next to her, like just trying to wipe my tears away. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, it's okay. You know, just, you're fine. You know, like, I'm like, come on, like, just go get something to eat. You know, everything will be okay. And I remember like just leaving the bedroom and I'm just like breaking down crying. I'm just like trying so hard, like, get your shit together, you know, like get it together. You can't cry, you're gonna freak her out. She passed away 2017. She was battling cancer for like 7 years. 7 years. You can barely see like the meat. This is what I'm looking for. I would say about 90% shrimp in here, and then we put a little bit of pork in here. So we use like a fattier ground pork. 我们来了。好，马上来。So every morning they come, they set up. When Mom left, that same family friend that trained her reached out. I know, you know, you're going through a lot. If you want to just kind of like, you know, step away, come visit us in Canada, you know, it's like a little vacation. Maybe like learn how to make some wontons. Yeah, I remember almost dropping the phone and I'm like, oh my God, is she just like, you know, offering me the opportunity to teach me how to make wontons? You know, I kind of like mentally already like signed out of work. I knew like this corporate thing just wasn't what I wanted to do anymore. So I said, I think I'm just gonna take that chance. So in a way, it's kind of like me fulfilling Mom's dream to be able to open up a wonton noodle shop. I was there for about 6 months. I was working 7 days a week. And I remember my dad would call and, you know, check in with my trainers. He would say like, every time I talk to her, she's telling me that she's just cutting scallions. When are you gonna teach her how to wrap wontons? And then they said, she doesn't even know how to use a knife. How are we gonna teach her how to cut meat and do X, Y, and Z in the kitchen? She would always tell me, your hand is not soft enough. She's like, you need to go buy some massage balls and have it in your hand so where you can do this constantly. And I said, okay, your hand is like so stiff, you can't turn the wonton and you can't make it into like a little pearl. And I remember her telling me, how long did it take you to wrap this? And I said, oh, like 45 minutes. She's like, what? You're not at home cooking dinner? She's like, if I want to be really quick, 7 minutes. I said, 7 minutes. So many like roadblocks that I was just like, how am I gonna get through this? How am I gonna do it? And I kept telling myself, you can't give up. I just knew that like it was her dream and I'm just gonna make it happen.
So I have it here, put the meat in the middle, close it up. So I make sure the skin is open on top. I push the top up to close it, to seal it. One finger here to hold it. And then I use this tool to push this in to seal it. And then I turn it and it's done. How do I check for good wonton? Open it back up. This is not folded. If this is folded, the skin becomes very thick. So when you bite into it, you're biting into a stack of skin, which, that's not what we want.
So I wanted to be unique. We wanted to be a little different. My wontons are supersized. I have customers tell me, they'll be like, your wontons are too big, make them smaller. The traditional ones, like the bite size. And I'm like, no, sorry. I'm known for my big wontons and I'm gonna keep them big, pretty big. When you bite into it, that's what makes it special, is that you don't see or taste the pork. When you bite into it, just like, just a load of shrimp inside. Hello.
Why have I never had this before?
So we have a lot of people who never had our food. They come in, they're like, oh, we want the stir-fry noodles, we want the lo mein. But we have to tell them, lo mein to us, soup is served on the side, and you mix the noodles, is not stir-fried at all.
Growing up here, but also like, being raised and born in Hong Kong, everything, that Hong Kong is still like instilled in me, and I'm beyond happy that I'm able to own a shop, like this, and be able to say, hey, like this is our food from Hong Kong.
OK， 小心哦，嗱，放在這裡啊，你小心哦，小心，小心，小心啊。Saturday, as soon as we open, or before we open, I should say, people are like bang on the door. They're trying to break in already. It's like full house. Sometimes I'm packing orders. Sometimes I'm making drinks. I'm always moving. My mom's very rushed. That's the trait that I inherited from her. Wanna get stuff done. I'm always get it done, get it done, get it done.
Hello， 你好。好。多謝你17蚊1毫半，好。
Dad is a people person. Customer service all the way.
請坐。You have a seat.
He's very laid back.
哎呀，整翻靚仔啲先啦。
係啊，夠靚仔啊，靚爆鏡啊！
咩啊？呢個雲吞妹啊！
呢個肚腩咁大嘅睇到啦。
冇辦法啦，突出啊嘛。其實我諗佢都係唔得嘅。當初
對佢冇乜信心。
佢係做管理階層啊，做咗成差唔多10年8年㗎啦。咁你突然間叫佢學煮嘢食，咁我覺得佢係好似玩下咁咯。
32、63啊
？63號，試下先啦。話去我家姐個鋪頭，話點解咁早閂門收5點？咁出嚟嘅效果就個個都話喂好好食。咁而家嚟咗呢度嘅都差唔多3年啦。咁都 OK 啊 ，very good， 即係一路都係好嘅。OK， 哎呀，壞咗個 heat， 換個新嘅，咁而家擺上嚟鬥住先嚇，得唔得？有冇嘢碰到你嗰邊？你真係先 ，OK， 我而家嚟啦。
喂，快啲唔該。
OK， 打一陣啊。
My personality, I'm very straightforward. I'm always in a rush, and he might be like, "Hey, you can't do that." People are coming here, they're spending money in the shop. You want to be nicer to them, you don't want to rush them.
得啦，放手。
And I'm like, oh, you know what? He's right.
得啦，搞掂啦。
And then now having to be with Dad all the time, and then like start a business with him.
好。
We bumped heads a lot.
有一樣嘢就係嗰個叫做咖喱膽，佢又久唔久整啲嚟俾你食下喎，好好食嘅喎。咁咧叫佢整出嚟賣咧，咁我唔知佢點解一拖再拖。
你整一個份量屋企嘅1、2、3嗰幾羹嘢冇問題。你而家要我煮一個大嘅份量，有時你試咗，喂，我要研究下你煮得多，你個水係咪會水汪汪咧？
咁你要試啊嘛，
加湯加水加嘢，咁你咪水汪汪咯。
哦，係喎，原來係咁。
係啊，原來係咁。
有道理喎。咁好啦，咁啊等你得閒先啦。
He always let me get away with stuff. He always let me slide. Sometimes I mess up something, he'll come out and save me from behind. He's always watching my back. He's my rock. He is my rock. Daddy's little girl. Business after COVID, slowly it's getting better. Obviously, it's a lot better now than 2-3 years ago. 我哋啱啱閂咗門啊，唔好意思，7點鐘閂啊，係啊，聽日啦。好 ，thank you，拜拜。This restaurant means everything to me. Thank you to my Aunt Polly and my Uncle Wa, which is like my 2 trainers from Canada. Without them, honestly, like this shop wouldn't happen. Like I pour like all of like my energy, all of everything in it. I look at my logo, I look at just anything to do with my shop. It reminds me of mom, right? The shop equals mom. This is like my baby. At the same time, this is mom too. I'm sure she's very proud. I try to make her proud. I try.